Hey everybody, I hope you're doing amazing. Thank you for being here. Thank you for all of the hard work that you do. Thank you for being you because you're amazing. There's only one you. Hello. And you're amazing and I love you. So I like to do these shorts and then do like an extended version. So this is the extended version from my short. My short was about your greater self. I call it a greater self because when people call it your higher self, you give the impression that it's above you and out of your reach. It's like putting something on a pedestal and be like, I can't reach that. Because that's not actually true. Your greater self is energy. It's in the subconscious mind, even getting into the superconscious mind, which is the God level. It is the energy that embodies you, that is within you, that you will allow in. That's the key, that you allow yourself to be, that extends outside of you. It's infinite energy. It's just energy. But does it think? Yes. Oh yeah. It has its own set of belief systems. So that's what this video is about. People say that rely on your higher self. Your higher self knows. No, they don't. No, they don't. And I'll explain. Last night, and I was having this in-depth conversation with my higher self. And this is how I even started this process, was when I recognized that I had this entity that was bigger than me, that was me. And she had her own set of belief systems and core beliefs, and she was rock solid. I mean, heels dug in and was like, I'm not moving, I'm not budging. It literally took me, I think, almost a week to get her to see a different point of view when it came to God. Because she was like a horse with blinders. She's like, no, that's the only way it is. That's the only way it is. That's the only way it is. And I'm like, no, it's not. Look around you. Look. And she would not. Your greater self does not know everything. If it knew everything, you wouldn't exist. It would be part of God. And even at that, at the God level, guys, God does not know everything. God makes mistakes. Your greater self makes mistakes. You make mistakes. Are they really mistakes? No. They're just learning. They're just lessons. They're just choices and decisions. That's why God is a third person perspective and sent back, oh, that's interesting point of view. That's interesting point of view. That's an interesting thing to do. That's interesting. It's like your kid playing a video game. I'll just respawn. I don't care. But the point is that no, your greater self, if she or he knew everything, then they wouldn't need you. You wouldn't even exist. Why would you go through all of these quote lessons and undoing these belief systems, especially the ones that keep you bound and enslaved into certain beliefs that just are not true? Why would your greater self create you if it already knew everything and wouldn't need you? It's a little bit of a trap, isn't it? So last night, I'm having this conversation with her because I have come to my wit's end. And here's the thing you also have to understand. You are the conscious mind. I am the conscious mind that moves the energy, that makes the decisions, that looks at everything and makes the choice. She does not. She is my subconscious mind that has built this massive system, this massive database, it looks like, of a bunch of beliefs, a bunch of ideas, a bunch of thoughts, emotion, through lifetimes. I mean, many lifetimes. And that's why she was so dead set in her core belief systems, because that's all she's known since she came here into a body. That was thousands of years ago. Thousands. And as I was going through her mind and her beliefs and looking at them, I was like, no, we're not going to be that way. No, I'm not going to do that. No, that is not helping me in this life. And I'm going to break that cycle. I'm going to break that thinking pattern. I'm going to break this belief system because it's not accurate. And that's where I was at with her last night. And I basically got to a point where I was just fed up. I'm like, listen, we are at a point in our evolution, and I'm looking right at her. I said, you are me, I am you. There's no separation between us except the separation that we put between us. I said, you are my partner. You have my back. I have your back. You and I are one. I married myself, my greater self. Why? Because she's my best friend. I'm her best friend. I'm her confidant. I know everything about her. I know she knows everything about me. Why wouldn't I marry or be with, or unite with, or come to one with the essence of me that's greater than me, that can help me move forward and do great work here? Because she has access, because she's a bigger system than Rebecca. Rebecca is a computer system within herself, yes. Yeah, Rebecca has memories in this life, but it's a dot on the tapestry compared to the lives that I've lived, that she has been a part of, that I've had to go through and heal and understand and unwind. And not only did I do this with her, I also had to do it with, because that was my lineage, I also had to do it with the other that I was dealing with, the narcissist, because he was in a dysfunctional state as well in his mind, in the human body that he came into, like myself, but also on the bigger level. I tapped into all levels of the mind. And so last night, I finally got to a point where I was like, listen, I'm exhausted. And this is overwhelming to me. You need to get out of hell. We need to get out of this thinking. And I said, and I started replaying this, I forget what it was called. It was like this spell type of meditation trance thing that this amazing woman did. And I'm going to give you the information for her because it really did work. Because it literally rocked me to my core. And also made me realize that, hey, I am capable of anything, of being anything, doing anything. All these things that you've downloaded into me as potential outcomes for my life, the miracles that I know I've performed in the past and I can in the future, I'm ready to live that life. We are jumping to that timeline. I am not staying in this state anymore. Neither are you. We're doing this together. It's either, here's your two options. You either get the fuck out of this state and put me in a place, because I'm done with the negativity. I'm done with the negative people, the negative energy, the negative attacks, the bull. I'm done with it. I'm done with feeling like a victim. I'm done being victimized. I'm done trying to help people that are not worthy of being helped, that instead stab me in the back. I'm done with that. So we are either going to come out of this state and get into a totally different state, or you're going to kill me right now. You're going to end my life because I can't do this anymore. I'm at my wit's end. I'm exhausted. I don't sleep. I work on this stuff constantly, and I work a full-time job, and I'm raising a son by myself. And I'm not playing victim here. I'm just telling you my circumstances. I'm exhausted. And we are going to make a fucking choice right here, right now, together to move forward, or I'm done. Check me out. Download all my shit into some new avatar and respawn. I don't give a fuck. Oh my God. The pain, and I thought it was painful the first time I went through this shit. The pain of feeling this being ripped out of my body, which I'm okay with, except when it's so intense you can't move. But I'm okay with sitting in the pain because I can finally see that, okay, this toxicity that I've absorbed, other people's problems and issues and their programming and their conditioning and their lies and all of this shit that I even started turning on myself and hating myself, it's all coming out. It's all coming out, and you and I are going up. We are going up. We are going back home where I know we've been before. But instead, this time, it's her and I. It's the totality of me, the wholeness of me. It's me integrating with my physical form, with my conscious mind, with my subconscious mind, with my infinite self, my greater self, and then moving into my God self, back into God, into remembering who I am, but then bringing that remembrance and living it here. The state when you get to this is like pure bliss. And a lot of crying today. And it's me having to love again and be in love with everyone and everything. And let that past go, that old timeline. And it is sad for me at one level because that's all I've ever known. Even in this life, I don't even know what it feels like to be loved by somebody. I've never actually had that to the fullest extent that I've been able to love. My love freaks people out. When I show them pure love, unconditional love, a lot of them have never felt that before either. But I'm ready for that to be reciprocated back to me. Why? Because I deserve it. Because I put in the work for me. And to me, this work that I've done, this spiritual work, to make me the highest, greatest, best version of myself, so that I can live in the state of bliss full time without ever, 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 ever worrying about another person attacking me from behind in my blind spot. Because when you get into that innocent kid state, and that's what it is, it's an innocent kid state of self-love, understanding that it is still a part of God as the divine, you become susceptible and a target for people and energies that want that. They want that, and they'll take it from you. And that was my blind spot. And that's what got my greater self tied up in this dysfunction here in this simulation, which is being undone, which is being ripped out of me, which hurts like motherfucking hell, because it is hell, because I'm done with hell. I've lived there enough. I've lived enough lives. I've gone through enough experience. The lessons are over. It ends. It's done. It's over. So not only did I go through this transition with the other that was involved by helping him get there first, which is ironic because he didn't help me at all. In fact, he did the opposite. He stabbed me in the back and betrayed me, but that's okay. It's not about me. It is about me, but it's not about me. It was about all of you. Breaking free the system, crumbling the old, bringing the new, not only as a total, like as the bigger picture, but now as the smaller picture, the macro and the micro. Your greater self has got to go through this collapse as well, guys. You're not separate from it. Her belief systems were worse than mine to work through, because she has so many freaking lives, so many freaking experiences. This has taken me years to get to this point. A lot of hard work, but the great thing is now I know what to do to help others, and I can be of service, which is my passion. And as I come into one with my subconscious mind, my greater self, but then the next level is into my God self, going back to that level of innocence, where then I see everything as the particles they are and then move them accordingly. But that's only gained through pure innocent love. It doesn't work any other way. And the old you must die. This is This is the death. It's of an ego outside of you, a separate self that attached to you. That is true. There are people out there that literally attach to you like leeches, like vampires, so that they can siphon your energy and your gifts. That is true. And then you also fought yourself, your own self ego, your own self negative identity. But your identity, guys, is your identity. You are who you are. The question is are you going to do that from a place of negativity or positivity? And then that's just one level. Then when you get to the God level, you realize there is no polarity. There is no duality. It just is. But you have to get through every level. It's like playing your video game. It really is. Do you get to go from level 1 to level 8 and just jump? No. No, you don't. You got to go through each level because each level has something for you to learn. And guess what? If you try to skip levels, and I've seen people try to cheat and skip levels, guess what? Not only do you get knocked back, you also lose valuable time. Well, time is actually a losing, but here you actually have to take more time and the lessons get harder. You can't cheat. Not when it comes to this evolution. Not only that, the other thing is when I've seen people try to cheat, this is why people go insane. I've seen people go insane and die from this, from overloading their system and going in too quickly. Because when you go back into the flame of God, imagine what's a tiny animal? Imagine a cat going up against an elephant. Squish! I mean, a cat's going to be a little bit faster, but in this grand scheme of things, squish. It's impossible. So you have to go through every level. You've got to go through the different stages of the evolution, get back to the God, and then the next part is to remember that, but not just to remember it. You become it. You become it because you remember it, because you are it. It is you. And then from there, you exist in that state. Beautiful. All right. I love you. I love you, love you, love you, love you, love you. And I look forward to seeing you on the other side.